YouTube's gone wild. I keep reading how Ark Invest is finished, how Resolute is stealing the company from Cathie Wood in a hostile takeover. According to YouTube, Cathie Wood is pissed and she's fighting mad. At best, she is leaving the company, and at worst, she is being fired. And if you own an Ark Invest ETF or fund, you need to sell it immediately. Get out now, because the fat lady is singing and the end of Ark Invest is here. 3 days ago, I made a video on this very subject, and in that video, I concluded that it would be highly unlikely for Cathie Wood to lose her company to Resolute. I'll leave the link up there for you to check it out. And since then, as I do more and more research, I become less and less worried about the future of Ark Invest and Cathie Wood. And I am here to tell you, it's time to take a deep breath, because everything is going to be okay.
You can spend your money and keep it too.
Before we get started, if you would like to become a better investor and learn more about great companies to invest in, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to hit the like button or ring the bell so you don't miss any of my content. So we have a ton of drama going on, all because Resolute seems to be undergoing a hostile takeover to steal Cathie Wood's company, Ark Invest, out from underneath of her. And this has investors in an uproar. But for those of you who don't know who Cathie Wood is, I'm going to go over it really quick. To the general public, Cathie Wood is mostly known for being bullish on Tesla. But to understand her success, you have to dig much deeper than that. Cathie Woods grew Ark Investments into over $18 billion in assets in just 6 years. Her performance is not only extraordinary, it's consistent. Ark Invest is not at all like any other investment firm. Everybody knows that Ark is the investment firm that specializes in disruptive innovation. What is less known is that Ark invests in technologies rather than business types. Ark would not assign one auto specialist to a company like Tesla. No, that's what a regular investment firm does. No, they assign an expert for each type of technology used by a given business. So in the case of Tesla, they would assign an auto specialist, an artificial intelligence specialist, a solar power specialist, a battery specialist, and a robotics specialist. This strategy gives Cathie Wood's team insights that other firms simply cannot achieve. According to Bloomberg, as an investor, Cathie Wood is already in the pantheon of investors over any period in the past 5 years. This means that her fund had the best performance in a 6-month period, a 1-year period, a 3-year period, in every imaginable period that you can think of within the last 5 years. Her actively managed ETF is the best performer among 584 funds, crushing the likes of BlackRock with a return of 165% over the last 3 years. And she beat 99% of them since becoming a registered investor in 2014. In other words, Cathie Wood is one of these people who is truly extraordinary, a person who comes along once in a decade, a person who is so much better than their peers, they seem to be in a class of their own. And when they do what they do, they make it look easy. Having taken a closer look in this situation, I have a new perspective on what I think is going on with this hostile takeover. Right now, I am looking at this article by Amy White. I always leave links to every article I talk about, so you will be sure to find it down below. If this is true, it looks like the hostile takeover is nothing more than Resolute's response to Cathie Wood trying to renege on the original deal that she signed with Resolute in 2016. So here's how it went down. On October 26th, Ark Invest put out a press release announcing a request to replace Resolute as the distributor of Ark's U.S. and institutional products. And then, 3 days later, on October 29th, Resolute gives a response. And they're like, yeah, we got your message about wanting to renege on the deal to allow us to be your exclusive distributors in the U.S. So Instead, we've decided that we're going to use the option that we have to take over your business. I used to think that this was just a power play from Resolute to gain massive shares. Now I no longer think that Resolute ever truly wanted to take over Ark Invest. It would be so stupid. Even if Resolute happened to have the controlling share, they still would never be able to get anything done. Cathy Wood owns 50 to 75% of the shares for the company, and every single employee that works at Ark Invest is famously touted as an owner-manager, and every single person would just vote right along with whatever Cathy Wood wanted. It would change nothing. I'm not going to go into detail on this because I already made a whole video where I talked about this subject quite a bit. You can check it out right up there. So I went to Resolute's website just to try and determine exactly what kind of business that they are. And I discovered that they have investment management services for individuals and institutions provided through our affiliates. Affiliates like Ark Invest. Resolute would not know how to run a company like Ark even if they wanted to. That's what they have affiliates for. I looked through this website, and it looks to me that all Resolute does is provide distribution services to companies that run funds. And currently, Resolute has $86.7 billion of assets under management. 18 of the 86.7 billions is Ark. This is a huge amount of money for them. They don't want to lose that. They're thinking like, hey, we had a deal. In 2016, we loaned you $40 million, Ark Invest. I know you turned that into an $18 billion business, and I'm sure you probably have found somebody that wants to give you a better deal than we're giving you, but we have a contract. We were there for you in the beginning when you needed money. Because of us, you are alive today. We were supposed to get to distribute your services to the U.S. exclusively. I hate to say it, I do, but we all immediately ran to the aid of Cathy Wood because we love her. She has made many of us fortunes. But if what I've read in this article is true, Resolute is not the villain in this story. So I do not think that Resolute truly wants to manage Ark Invest in this situation. It looks to me as if Resolute is just trying to negotiate a way to get their exclusive rights back. Simply by buying enough shares to own the company would pretty much ensure exclusive rights to distribution, right? For Resolute, this is a win-win. And quite frankly, when this is all over, I fully expect that Cathy Wood will still be the CEO, the CIO, and still remain as the largest shareholder. And I also fully expect that Resolute will be able to maintain their exclusive rights to distribution in the US and quite possibly more. I want to make it completely clear that I am still a massive Cathy Wood fan. I still own several of her ETFs. I love that because of her, Ark's investment strategy is open for everybody to see and learn from. I love that she encourages all of her analysts to make their knowledge free and available in various forms of social media, such as Tasha Keeney's podcast, FYI, for Your Innovation. You gotta check this one out. Cathy Wood's ETFs have a special place in my heart and a home in my retirement fund. So what do you think? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you feel comfortable to buy Cathy Wood's ETFs right now? Or are you kind of in a wait and see mode? And if you do own some funds, which ones do you own? Personally, my favorite is ARKG, the Genomic Revolution. And it is my favorite in part because it's also Cathy Wood's favorite. I read all of my comments, and if you take the time to leave a comment for me, you better believe I'm going to respond to it. Are you thinking about selling some of Cathy Wood's ETFs? Or you want to buy more? Or you can ask me about something completely off topic. I don't care. Talk about Tesla if you want. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to support my channel, it's really easy and it won't cost you a cent. All you have to do is click on the like button located below this video. So it's official. Tesla is going to enter into the S&P 500. I made a video about this 3 months ago, the last time it was supposed to be entered into the S&P 500. I'll put the link right there just in case you want to check it out. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on my Tesla S&P 500 video, you got to make sure you ring that bell. And don't forget, you don't have to make a lot of money at your job to become rich, because when your money is making money, you can spend your money and keep it too. Don't just buy or sell a stock because a YouTuber like JC tells you to do so. You need to do your own due diligence. It's your money. This decision should be made by you.